Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Timothy Carter.
Thanks for joining me on the podcast. Today we're going to talk about outsourcing SEO, hiring an in-house SEO, or become an SEO expert. Year in, year out, digital marketing trends come and go. Best practices change, evolve, strategies do the same thing, and there's always something new on the horizon. But if there's one element that retains importance and arguably plays an even more significant role as time passes, it's SEO. Search engine optimization really is the heartbeat of online marketing and the foundation as well of a house. Without a sound SEO foundation, it's nearly impossible to generate the kind of results your business needs to enjoy sustained growth and success. The issue is that SEO can be highly technical. It's a skill that requires knowledge, practice, and careful execution. As such, it can also be expensive. If you want to grow as a professional and simultaneously maximize resources, becoming an expert in the SEO field is sort of a no-brainer. The question is, how do you make that happen? And what is an SEO expert? It isn't someone who works for Google or has some secret formula that takes advantage of a weakness in the search giant's algorithm. It doesn't even mean that you run a successful SEO agency or have high-dollar clients. Being an SEO expert is about understanding how the search engines work and knowing what it takes to grow organic search traffic on a consistent and repeatable basis. Unlike other industries, where experts might be regulated by exams, certifications, and a governing body, anyone can read enough to be dangerous and subsequently claim the SEO expert status. Filtering out, the inexperienced can be difficult, especially among those who may be great at selling, but lackluster at delivery and execution. When you're an SEO expert, the internet becomes your playground. You're able to breathe life into blogs, websites, and businesses. You also have a thorough, understanding of other aspects of marketing, like content, design, social media, which makes your skill set highly transferable. But before we dive into what it looks like to become your own SEO expert, we would be remiss not to mention here, the other two options you as a business owner have. It's outsourcing SEO to an agency or a contractor, or hiring an in-house SEO expert. So let's talk about the advantages of outsourcing to an SEO agency. An agency is beneficial for numerous reasons, including, it's cheaper than hiring someone. When you hire someone in-house, you have to pay a salary regardless of output. You're also required to cover payroll taxes, benefits, etc. With an agency, you simply pay for what you get. No added fees or expenses. When managed properly, this can make it a very cost-effective solution. It's also flexible and scalable. As an outsourced SEO agency is more scalable than anything else. As you grow, you simply up your monthly retainer or service needs, and a high quality SEO agency can do that. You also get an outside perspective. Sometimes it's helpful to work with people outside of your company. They can provide that unique perspective that's impossible to see when you're on the inside. And last but not least, you can fire an agency easier. Firing an employee, can be complicated, emotional, and fraught with legal and financial consequences, including, employee morale. As an agency on the other hand, can be easily fired when they don't live up to their promises. And so what are some disadvantages of outsourcing to an agency? Working with an agency definitely isn't perfect. There are some disadvantages, such as, communication can be tough. That's one of the biggest disadvantages of working with an agency, is that you might not ever meet face to face. While this can save time in some regards, it can lead to unnecessary friction and frustration in other areas. It all depends on how good the agency is at handling communication. And another disadvantage is you're not their only focus. Most agencies won't sign an agreement of exclusivity with you. This means that they have the right to work with your competitors or any other company. Third, you lose some control. Even if you provide some, clear instructions, there will always be some lack of control when you outsource to an agency. You must learn to be comfortable with this. So, there's many drawbacks as well. Advantages of hiring an in-house SEO expert. So they can help you in many ways. And I've worked on that side and been in an in-house as well as working here at an agency. When you hire someone in-house, you get to remain in full control of the process at all times. Most agencies like us, we offer a lot of transparency to our clients and strive to get direction and guidance from business owners. However, most agencies also have tried and true operations and practices that aren't easily movable, whereas an in-house SEO expert guarantees you some level of transparency between you and your employee and gives you near full control over what strategies get implemented and how. As long as you trust your in-house expert, you'll be in a good position. Another one is you're guaranteed to have someone fully immersed in your brand. Intimate knowledge of your brand really is necessary to complete SEO work successfully. Ideally, you'll be producing content, you'll have social media posts and maintaining relationships with external sites throughout the entirety of your campaign. So, if you're using someone who lives and breathes your brand, you're going to have a greater chance of keeping everything consistent. The advantage is weakened if you use contractors for your work. So another one would be you can always outsource parts of that work. Using other contractors is also an inherent advantage of having an in-house SEO employee. Because agencies generally take on all SEO responsibilities at once. You don't have many options when it comes to work orders. With an in-house employee, you can find other experts and contractors to bring in for portions of that strategy. For example, you can mix and match a team of writers and link builders to suit your strategy best. Another one is in-house SEOs can collaborate with your team. That's one of the best SEO strategies is involving the entire team. Designers can make more appealing sites, developers can include more SEO-friendly architecture, and even account managers can help your social media and external link building efforts. So having an in-house SEO, means hosting more SEO-related collaboration with your organization and getting focused on what you guys are all trying to do, which is acquire more customers and keep the customers you have. You'll also benefit from cross-training. Your in-house SEO person might be able to take on some of the peripheral responsibilities, giving them a dual role, or might be able to impart some knowledge, on one of your team members. There's a lot of information that SEO people can provide to help the company grow and understand the value and the impact of what they are doing on your site. Either way, your team will improve through that cross-training. A couple of disadvantages about hiring an in-house SEO guy or gal. You'll probably end up spending more money first and foremost. Agencies do get a lot of criticism for being expensive, but the reality is most are inexpensive compared to the cost of hiring someone full-time. A full-time salary for an experienced, SEO person can easily, that's entry level, is more than $3,000 a month. I'd say a lot of good SEO people are six figures and up for a yearly salary, while agency costs for lower packages can start at $1,000 to $3,000 a month. So consider all the costs and benefits thoroughly before making that decision. Another one, it's impossible to have that one person you hire be an expert in everything. SEO does involve a lot of moving parts. You'll have on-site SEO, you'll have content writing, there's social media, link building, technical SEO, a dozen other small strategies making up your overall campaign. It's impossible to hire one in-house person who's an expert in everything. Compare that to an agency which deliberately hires individualized experts in each of the fields they are working with. So there's an advantage there for an agency. Another disadvantage of an in-house person is there's little accountability when something goes wrong. If your strategy doesn't work with an in-house expert, you can fire him or her, but that doesn't exactly help your position, and there's little accountability beyond that step. With an SEO agency, you can point out a lack of progress and force them to step up their game if they want to keep you as a client. Another disadvantage for an in-house person, you won't be able to grow as quickly. It takes a lot of time for an in-house employee to ramp up a strategy from scratch. Whereas agencies generally move quicker with more resources and more experience to get a strategy up and running and in place because there's more moving parts there and they've got more people to cover it. Another one, your strategy won't be quick to evolve. Agencies are, they're serving a variety of clients and are competing with other agencies. They have to stay well versed in the latest SEO best practices if they want to survive. In-house SEOs, on the other hand, can easily sink into a habitual pattern of work that never grows or changes. There's little incentive to change or adapt, which means your strategy could quickly become stagnant. As I wrap this up, there's really no right or wrong answer to which, SEO solution is right for your business. Every business is different, and every business owner will have unique priorities. If your ultimate priority is getting hard, measurable results and growing with the times, an agency might be best. If you prefer more control, transparency, and brand immersion, there's nothing that should stop you from hiring someone for in-house work. But if you really want to take charge and develop the skills required to be successful in the numerous areas of business, you might consider becoming your own SEO expert. I think I'll wrap that up. If you want to improve your site's organic visibility, we have a lot of training materials on SEO.co. You can come on over and take a visit. You can also come on over if you need some help analyzing your current situation and how we may or may not be able to help and give you some recommendations on a course. Come on over to SEO.co and schedule a time to have a free consultation. You can learn how we can help you scale your ability to outright and outrank your competition.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.